Railroad Trail is a well-known, multi-use trail that spans just over 3 miles. Beginning at Bloedel Donovan Park, the trail curves through the Alabama Hill and Roosevelt neighborhoods, forming a border with Barkley and ending at Memorial Park just past Interstate 5. Today, the trail is popular with pedestrians and cyclists, though not that long ago, it was a section of the Northern Pacific Railroad used to transport coal and lumber in Bellingham. During the late 1800s, Lake Whatcom was a hotbed of industry due to logging and coal mining. The Blue Canyon coal mine began operating at the southeast end of the lake in 1890. At that time, boats were being used to transport materials across the lake. Coal and lumber would then be loaded onto streetcars for transport to Bellingham Bay. It became evident that a dedicated rail line was needed as the current methods were insufficient. In 1901, Peter Larson, owner of the Blue Canyon coal mine, opened Larson Mill on the northwest edge of the lake. In 1902, the Bellingham Bay and Eastern Railroad was completed, connecting Bellingham to Wickersham. The Northern Pacific bought the line in 1903, which completed the connection from Sumas. By 1909, Larson Mill was a sprawling complex. The Northern Pacific Rail line, connecting the mill, the mine, and the bay, was shipping thousands of tons of coal and lumber each month. Over time, Larson Mill was divided among separate companies. One of these was the Bloedel Donovan Lumber Mill, which went out of business in 1945. This location was then donated to the city of Bellingham and became Bloedel Donovan Park in 1947. Heavy industry continued to operate right next door to the park until 1965. Today, the park is the beginning of a railroad trail which follows the defunct path of the Northern Pacific Rail line. Formal construction on the entirety of Railroad Trail began in 1975 when the city purchased the land. The transformation continued for many years with the help of the nationwide movement Rails to Trails, which continues today. The train tracks and rail ties of yesteryear were removed, leaving behind ideal trails. Reminders of the past are apparent along the trail today, from the low grade of the wide, curving path to the charred trestle that stands, marking where the Milwaukee Road rail line had previously crossed over the Northern Pacific.
When this trail got put in, it was pretty cool. You know, I live pretty close, just up on Vining, so I like to take this all the way to Whatcom Falls. And as a kid, I grew up on the other side of Whatcom Falls, so you know the trails were always pretty fun to just run through.
Over time, missing links have been filled in to complete the trail to date. A crucial link was the Alabama Street pedestrian overpass, which was completed in 2002. Although Railroad Trail may seem complete, Bellingham's Department of Parks and Recreation has big plans for the Greenway. In the future, the goal is to connect Railroad Trail through downtown using the paths of other past rail lines, including the Milwaukee Road and the Northern Pacific lines, and ending at Cornwall Beach.